Where did you come back from?
Stars were under, and is it any wonder I'm in the mood? Why stop to think of whether this little dream might fade? We'll put our hearts in.
Sure, okay. Yeah. What is it?
You want to have it's the same. Is this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, put that right there.
Oh, it's good.
I've got something right here.
Oh, that's delicious, I think.
Hi, my name is Nico Gutu. I'm the manager in charge of events at Oasis House. It's a great event we are having today. We are having the New York Women Culinary Alliance visitors today. And we have a shared goal with them, that is healthy eating. We are trying to promote healthy life in New York City, and this is a space that was created last year in 2017 to promote the well-being of a community, where we invite people to come and do yoga, do meditation, come and dance, and learn how to make healthy meals at home, and even how to cook them. So I'm really so happy and excited to be here today to work with this amazing group of women in New York City. So as I said, I'm Nico Gutu, and I'm the manager in charge of events at this place.
I'm going to do everything you do.
Great.
Someone else down there missing the bread and the this is Did anybody not get this down there?
I know nothing about it. You know what this is?
No.
Did anybody not get here?
Can't be that hot if it's that much
vegetables.
I guess we should wait. That's spicy.
I'm good.
It's not bad. But it's a little spicy.
Oh, yeah, I
Maybe I'll do it like this. That's what I do. Yeah.
Put it on that end. Okay.
Maybe you should have explained Angela, because not all of them know Angela. The bread.
Wow.
And
If you like spice, it's very spicy, but it's good. You know, this, oh, good. Will you share with us? So made. I'm just going to do one
Yes, that's really
this cardamom, jalapeno,
Sarah's got to come out.
fresh garlic, and
We just need,
Could you send the yellow book?
we just need some
Welcome to Oasis Powerhouse, and welcome to Oasis Jema Juice Bar. And
Want some more?
I think 5 years ago I host you in my sitting room.
Yes.
It's very, very small, and but I have a vision. One day I can have a bigger than this. So today, 5 years later, we sit down nicely with the community place. And since that day, I've been working every day to make sure my community eating healthy, exercising healthy, thinking positive. That time I live, if you remember, 3115 Broadway. That's why I opened my first juice bar. 2 years ago, I moved this neighborhood, 626 Riverside Drive, big apartment building. More than 50 years, the building. And when I live here, there's nothing healthy eating as my first location, as they say. All bodegas, the neighborhood a little bit rougher, and always I walk and pass going to my juice bar. This place was empty for that long. So always I don't see it as a business. I see it as what we can change the neighborhood. And I opened my first juice bar on the cross street, the way you see it. From that, I always know we have a lot of resources. What we don't have is awareness. New York City, the great city, the biggest city, very well educated. There's a lot of universities, there's a lot of doctors, there's a lot of nursing, and the physician. But still people having disease, having diabetes, crime is high. So for me it's like we have a lot of resources, but we don't have awareness, or we don't have a sharing principle. So that's why I opened Oasis Powerhouse. Oasis Powerhouse idea is people who live in Harlem or any place else, they have a talent, they have a gift, they have a knowledge, but they use that knowledge to make money to living. The way I think I born in village, if we share our talent, our calling, our purpose, we impact a lot of people. Today we can give $1 or one bread, but the best thing is what is matter to us. If cooking is matter, we can have a workshop, free workshop, and Powerhouse here. The community live around here is, maybe they don't know how they cook. Maybe they don't know how they read ingredients. Maybe they don't know what comes together, what vegetable. Maybe they don't know what the GMO, what the content organic or pesticides or that kind of stuff. For me, open juice bar, I can't give them that knowledge, that wisdom. We need people, someone like you, to come in Oasis Powerhouse and to share 1 hour a week. My program is whatever you have in your life, if you contribute 1 hour to your talent time and Oasis Powerhouse, we change a lot of people. As example, we have a 2 class of yoga, Tuesday and Saturday. We have been cooking class for African American heritage for 6 weeks. We take a blood pressure, we write down when the first started, we tell them what ingredients, most people that have a high blood pressure, cholesterol, and diabetes. When we put them in the plant-based diet, the blood sugars come down. We told us that as a 6-week program. The other program we have is kickboxing, exercising, boot camping, all that free. Eating only is not going to bring you healthy unless you exercise, unless you think positive, unless you know. So the other example, this gentleman here is called Rassar. He's a bass player. All Sunday he comes. He chose to come here. Sometimes 15 musicians, only to listen outside. So he played jazz every Sunday from 8 to maybe until 3 a.m. We have an open mic, and the story is what we can do is we can take every neighborhood you live, you can open Oasis Powerhouse, where the community they share their talent. So the talent they can use it Now, yoga is like luxury. They don't supposed to pay for yoga. It's like religion. How are you going to pay for religion to practice? If we create that kind of free space, the talent who lead the yoga, they can give 1 hour a week, so we can change the society. So today I cook all gluten-free except that bread and the fresh made from my juice bar. And thank you for coming, and hopefully we'll meet you another years, bigger space, multiple location like that, and Oasis Powerhouse. Thank you for coming. My Vice President for Oasis Powerhouse, Nick Gutu, is gonna be there. So thank you, enjoy your food. Anything, we have a tea, we have a lot of things. If you guys need wine or beer, let me know, I'll provide for you. The Rasa, they're gonna play bass all, and most probably his friend is gonna join them. So if you have any question and anything, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
David, I have a quick question. So
Sure.
first of all, thank you so much. So happy that you have this new space. It's a pleasure for all of us to be here. But some of the people were not here last time. So could you just tell them a little about your personal story, like how this came to be that you were interested in bringing a healthy lifestyle to Harlem?
Yes.
Okay.
So my life is not unique as anyone, the same life. But I born and raised in village in short. My family, we have a big family. My dad had like 16 kids from different mothers. And when my dad passed away by a car accident, their family get broke down. So I ran out from home when I was 14. During my childhood, there's a lot of rough. I was mining industry by age of 14. There's a lot of malaria, a lot of disease. From that, I go to Djibouti, Yemen, Saudi Arabia to make better life, to help my community back home. It didn't work out. I ended up Kenya refugee camp for 5 years. In refugee camp, I do multiple work. I never ask anyone to help me. I'm always there to change my life, to change someone to surround me life. So 2004, being in refugee camp, I escape a lot of mess. There's no food sometimes, there's no water sometimes. I try to cross different deserts. So I get a diabetic. I first diagnosed in diabetic with US Embassy. I get like to come a visa, so I have to go all background check and medical record. They say you can't fly, your blood sugar is too high. So they put me in the insulin right away. After 6 months, I came to New York City. I arrived in New York City, I don't speak language, I don't have any money. I'm so excited, my life is gonna be changed by arriving in New York City. But the reality is when I came in the supermarket, I have a food stamp. The supermarkets look like heaven. The person who comes from a refugee camp. I eat every food, every sweet, anything, juice. After a while, my diabetes gets worse, my kidney function like only 40%, my liver enzyme is very high. So I don't know what I do. This is the best place in the world. We have atomic bomb, Boeing, Ford. We the one policy maker for the world. We the one example for the world. But the reality after see our food system killing our own people, but we try to protect others than outside, different way. But I changed my diet. I studied a little bit about diet. I dropped out grade 8. I didn't go to school. So if I eat, if I sleep, what make me still sick? You know, what's that? So I studied a little bit about nutrition. The doctor, when I go there, oh, you can drink diet soda, you can drink this, you can drink this. So Propol always they try to increase my insulin. So I stopped that, I studied nutrition, you know, I start plant-based, I feel better. When I open my eye, I have awareness now. I have a choice to where I go to eat, what I want to buy, even though I have a limited money. I live that time in the 124. So when I open my eyes, there's no healthy eating, affordable. Quick, affordable, very close neighborhood. There's nothing. All processing food and stuff like that. So I've been struggling for 2 years how I'm gonna contribute something for the neighborhood I live. There's a lot of people like me who want to do something like that. But so finally I see the rent, I rented the space and opened juice bar after a lot of up and down. And then there are a lot of people that came and say, your juice is $5. When I go to the Chinese restaurant, I get a chicken, I get a soda, I get a bowl of rice for $5. So your juice is $5, these 3 items I get a $5, I go there. So I start thinking about, it's not about open juice bar again, it's about mentality, changing people. I host multiple time nutrition class in my juice bar, asking volunteer to talk a little bit, the different eating this and that, the different price and that. So I go elementary school to share this, even one time I meet a borough president of Brooklyn. He was a diabetic. He changed his life now. He's plant-based. He's seen as like he was blind. He's very energetic. It's not only him. He started encouraging his mom, so his mom now out of insulin. Because the food we eat is totally make difference. So that's my story. And then I opened this one. My next move, I don't know. We keep fighting until we do it. So thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
You open one in my neighborhood, down in Inwood, we need a place like this.
We can't open any place, but the most important is we try to live locally. I encourage people when they say, oh, food local. It's not about only food. There's a lot of people come at juice bar. I don't care about the money. It's not about the money. They're asking me, oh, what I do, I don't have money now. Can I bring later? Or personal relationship. We don't have to bring effort. If you come in every neighborhood, we need something like that. Every neighborhood. We don't need a chain. If we encouraging the chain, the problems come together because they see their profit. So when they turn profit, there's something hurting. Maybe customer, maybe employee, maybe the product. So we try to encourage every people they can take their own personal responsibility, what they're going to do in the neighborhood. Could be opening clinic, only nutrition, cookbook, something like that. Thank you. So we have a lot of food, eat, and then we're going to come to back. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
He knows everybody.
So